A bald eagle sat in the middle of the road beside a mall, blocking traffic and preventing cars from passing. When the police got close enough to see why the bird was there, they were heartbroken by what they found. On a Wednesday in 2016, the Clearwater Police Department received a call about a large bird of prey obstructing traffic. According to reports, the massive bird was sitting right in the middle of the road, causing a small commotion on an already busy street near the city mall. Since it was a high-traffic area, something needed to be done quickly. When Officer Kinney, Chief of Police at the Clearwater Department, arrived at work that morning, he had no idea what the day would bring. Helping relocate a bald eagle was the last thing he expected. In fact, it wasn't even on his radar. The callers sounded very distressed, and at first it was hard to understand what they were trying to say. Once one of them calmed down enough to speak clearly, the officers were stunned. According to the man on the phone, the large bird was visibly injured. People didn't know what to do, and the eagle seemed unable to fly away. The man also contacted the fire department to let them know what was happening. Even though rescuing birds on a highway wasn't their usual job, they were eager to help in any way they could. The police and fire departments arrived at the scene about 30 minutes later, ready to assist both the bird and the drivers. But first, they needed to decide on a plan. They started by clearing the area and redirecting traffic to prevent any further problems. Some people had gotten out of their cars to record videos or simply watch the unusual event. While Clearwater wasn't the dullest place in the world, this was definitely one of the most surprising things many had seen in a while. It's not every day you see a huge bird fall from the sky and nearly get run over. The officers asked everyone to either return to their cars and take an alternate route or keep walking to their destinations. A safety perimeter was quickly set up around the bird while responders worked on figuring out what to do next. After redirecting most of the traffic, it was time to figure out how to approach the bird. The animal looked huge even from a distance, and no one dared get too close. According to a few eyewitnesses, the bald eagle had been flying overhead when it spotted something lying in the road. It turned out to be a dead rodent. The bird must have seen it as easy prey and swooped down to grab it with its sharp talons, unaware of what was about to happen. Out of nowhere, a truck came and hit the bird directly, knocking it to the ground and making it unable to fly. The truck driver stopped right away and got out to check on the bird, but it wouldn't let anyone near it. As a crowd gathered, the bird grew agitated and kept trying to escape, but couldn't. It was likely scared by the loud noises, the moving cars, and its own serious injuries. The same driver who accidentally hit the eagle had also called the police and fire department, begging them to get there as fast as possible. Everyone could tell the eagle wanted to fly away, but it just stood there, frozen in the middle of the road. 2 lanes of traffic had already been shut down to protect it, but they knew that wasn't enough. The eagle needed help, and fast. Since the officers weren't wildlife experts, they reached out to professionals. They contacted wildlife rescuers and the Owl's Nest Sanctuary for Wildlife to come help get the eagle to safety. When some of the firefighters got close enough to see it clearly, they were heartbroken. The bald eagle was covered in blood and had scratches all over its body. It looked like it was fighting just to stay conscious. The bird kept glancing up at the sky with hopeful eyes, maybe waiting for a friend to come rescue it from the terrifying scene. Everyone there was desperate for someone to save it. The authorities quickly came up with a plan to move the eagle off the road and over to the side, where it could be safely treated once the Owl's Nest Sanctuary team arrived. When the wildlife rescuers got there, there wasn't much they could do right away. Still, they managed to carefully approach the bird and gently place it into a large rescue cage. From there, the eagle was quickly transported to the nearest sanctuary for urgent medical care. Once at the sanctuary, the veterinary team was alerted about the emergency. The doctor explained that, sadly, this kind of situation was more common than people might think. Bald eagles are often injured or even killed due to vehicle collisions and other man-made dangers. The vet was surprised that this female eagle had survived the impact, saying that a hit from such a large truck at that speed usually ends in tragedy. Her survival was a powerful sign of her strength and will to live. Now they needed to figure out the full extent of her injuries, and what they discovered broke everyone's heart. While the vet, Dr. Michael Tremblay, was performing an X-ray on the eagle, the truck driver who had accidentally hit her took it upon himself to gather the crowd and ask for donations to cover her medical expenses. He knew the sanctuary relied on support from local animal lovers and wanted to do his part. Most people were happy to help and began contributing on the spot. After all, the bald eagle is the national symbol, and helping her felt like the right thing to do. Back at the clinic, Dr. Tremblay made a heartbreaking discovery. The reason the eagle hadn't flown away, even with a scared crowd all around, was because her left wing had been shattered in the accident. It was so badly damaged that it hung uselessly at her side. She needed surgery right away, and it would take a long time before she could fly again. The vet and his skilled team immediately got to work. After hours of surgery, they managed to repair the wing as best they could. Because so many people were invested in her story, the sanctuary began sharing regular updates with locals and animal lovers online. Just 2 days after the surgery, to everyone's relief, the eagle began her journey toward full recovery. Within 2 weeks, her wing had healed completely, and she was ready to fly again. Since bald eagles often mate for life, it was likely she had a partner out there, anxiously waiting for her return. Everyone was thrilled to see her set free and back where she belonged. The Clearwater Police Department was proud to have played a part in her rescue, and so were all the others who had helped along the way. The story gained a lot of attention, and even more donations were made to support wildlife protection efforts. Symbol or not, bald eagles are majestic creatures that deserve our care and respect. Have you ever seen a bird of prey up close? What would you do if you found an injured eagle in the road? Tell us in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay safe.